heroes sitting around the tavern after a gallant adventure. You're all chilling at the tavern at the Salty Dicks and Tits former Green Dragon Inn. You all are well acquainted with each other. We have Pierre.
Oh,
Fifi.
Hello.
Pograttington. Is that your name?
Pogathy. It's Pogathy. And it is great to meet you.
Jethro.
And we have Jethro. All sitting around the table, just enjoying each other's company, enjoying the ale on this autumn evening, reminiscing of latest battle that you just pursued and your accomplishments and what you wish to do in the future. Pierre, please describe your character.
Pierre is a dwarf rogue, so he's like kind of a small figure, kind of spherical shaped, with lanky arms and lanky legs. He smiles a little too much, and he's got kind of like wary eyes, and he seems to have to move from town to town for some reason. And that's my character. Okay, he's got a rapier and a dagger on his belt around him, and that's his look with black clothes.
Bringing us to Fifi.
Fifi is a elf fighter. She is about 6 foot tall with long dark hair, piercing green eyes, strapped with a katana. She's just here for a good time. And stew.
Brings us to
Yes.
Pogathy
Raddington.
Pogathy.
He is a noble 20-something, young 20-something, that has run away from home to escape the pressure and overall just burden of being a wealthy son of a rich billionaire philanthropist who owns a cheese empire within the world that we reside. He's kind of a snobby little 110-pound little guy. He's got a weird skin thing that causes all his skin to be gray. He's got kind of like a pointed nose. He doesn't really have a mustache, more so 6 long whiskers going out horizontally, quite far from his face. He's got pointed ears, but he's a bard. He attended bard school. He's a charming fellow and got a rapier, and he's here for adventure and to escape his father.
You said he's a half-elf?
Yes.
Nice.
And brings us to Jethro.
All right, Jethro is a 44-ish-year-old half-elf druid. He has long blonde hair with several twigs and leaves stuck in it, and it's kind of matted because he doesn't keep good care of it. He is almost always red-eyed, and he always has his little pouch of mushroom provisions on his side. Semi-devout follower of the god Sylvanus, who's a god of nature who doesn't really care about mortals all that much, more so just nature. And yeah, he travels alongside y'all with his club, his druidic magic, and his drum that he keeps on his back in case he wants to start jamming.
All right. Night's going on pretty nice. It's just a nice cool breeze. There's a warm fire. Y'all are just taking it in.
Where are we?
You are in Valern. Your recent expedition to helping the blacksmith save his daughter was a great success. You guys feel enriched. You're ready for the next big thing. As you all are just reminiscing over the journey and each other's tales on how you ended up here and all that 2 days you probably known each other, a gust of wind breaks into the door and a bunch of smoke just appears. Steps out of it is a rather tall looking old elven figure in a long black robe. He looks old and a little weathered over the years, a long gray beard, long hair about to his shoulders that are also gray, slightly freckled, but really weathered, really old, who knows how old, pointy ears, elven figure. But the most adorned thing on him is his hat, wide brim, pointy with a little flop. And you see as you're looking at his hat that it looks like it's shifting, like there's something on it shifting. And as you look closer, you can see it looks like stars and galaxies just moving in his hat continuously. He glances around. Mark walks up. Hey, Stubborn Boy. How can I help you, Sir, that's quite an entrance you just put on. Oh, Hoth, he puts out a hand. I do not wish to speak to you, young boy. I am looking for, and then he looks at your table. There's only probably like a handful of people here. You guys are like obviously a huge group sitting in a corner of the table. You, all you, oh look like the type of folk I am looking for, searching for, need. The world needs you all. Right now, do you accept this mystery?
It's a bit dramatic, don't you think?
What's in it for us?
Oh, treasures beyond your wildest dreams.
Like gold?
Oh, more precious than gold.
What's the job? Pierre asks.
Oh, the wonders of this world are boundless, endless. I guess there's certain bounds and certain rules, but I guess that's for me, but that's neither here nor now. If you all step outside with me, I will show you greatest wonders.
All
It's
right.
kind of suspicious to me, guys. What do you think?
It's kind of suspicious, but like we're in the middle of town, right? Like there's no way, like we're not gonna, one old guy is not gonna try and like mug us.
I don't know.
Right
We had a
outside
pretty
the building.
dramatic entrance.
We had a dramatic entrance, but like we're respected. The community would not support the guy if he tried to mug us. I'm just saying.
The other patrons are just kind of sitting there looking at you, looking at this guy, looking at the barkeep, kind of slow murmurs, like, what is the hell is going on here?
I take a long drag from my pipe, blow out smoke. Good enough for me. Let's check it out.
Oh, okay. Are you all,
I would
And-
I would like to go with the galaxy old man. I would like to follow him.
all right? Y'all follow suit? Pierre, Fifi?
Can I hold your hand wherever we go?
Oh, quite a strange one.
Pierre's naturally distrustful of doorways, and he's a little worried that the door out of the bar won't be in a portal or something.
But you can hold on to this, and he pulls out a hand, and he reaches a hand, and just a long wooden staff appears,
Oh,
and he just holds it out.
Pierre gets really excited by the staff. His eyes light up, and he touches the staff, and like looks back at the wizard and looks at everyone else and starts walking.
You grab onto it. It's a pretty solid wooden staff, and you walk out oddly holding this figure, this elven guy's staff as he just kind of leads you out, and I guess you all just follow. He walks like 10, 20 feet out from the door, and then just shakes the staff. Okay, that's enough. Now, if you truly wish to see the wonders of not even this world, then I'll need you to do one thing for me right now.
All right, go on. I'm interested.
I need a blood pack.
Okay.
You gotta slit your
Pause.
And I'm out.
Pause.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm gonna stop you there.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna stop you there.
Oh, he starts laughing.
I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna stop you there. Listen, we're adventurous, right? We're tough. We're strong. You know that. I know that. Get like any context for this, like
He just said the
you know my.
They fought first every time, don't they? And you hear like some weird snickering on his shoulder and some kind of language you don't understand. Ah, yes. Anyway, enough for the drollness. This realm really does need new blood in it. And only people from, well, the prophecy foretold of another realm can help. So, it's either you, poor young bucks just looking ever young, scrawling, and then he looks at Jethro. Yeah, young, scrawling, gents and lasses to hopefully uphold, and or if you die, I'll just go to the realm and just try this over. I gotta say, this is actually probably one of the easiest realms. Okay, enough of that. And he starts casting a spell with incantations. You see like runes just pop up around him, and he's just casting.
I pull out my club and jump back a couple feet. Whoa. What are you doing there, mate?
He just keeps casting. You see more runes. His staff lights up. And then he just hits the ground, and a huge portal just opens. And all you see is blue and galaxy-ness behind it. The space. Whoa.
Can we like
Yeah,
do
you
this?
can go.
No. No.
Well, what do you want us to do?
You're really trying to get us in this portal with no information on our end. All you've said is that if we go in this portal and do a thing for you and sign a blood pact,
Oh, the blood pack was just a joke, lad.
You still said it though.
It was sad.
and we're
quite
still
funny.
going through a portal, which, at the company, we didn't really play with portal technology.
Company? What are you talking
we
about?
couldn't afford
Company
it.
for?
You wouldn't understand the peasant.
He squints and sears his eyes at you,
But
and you see a little smoke kind of just come out from.
But
his-
I don't really trust
Beard.
portals. This could be dangerous for us. You could have a trap on the other side. You're not giving us anything solid, is I think our main concern. I don't want to be your enemy, but you got to give me something to work with, old man.
hand of trust. I guess I should have seen this. What do you think? And you hear more snickering in a lower tone. I guess I suppose I could give them some sort of pact, I guess. How about this? And he says an incantation, all of a sudden whoosh, a scroll pops up. Here, you take this, and if it ever gets too hard, you can just read this scroll, and another portal back here will open, and you just come back.
Is it one-time use?
It is one-time use.
How do we know it's real then?
I guess suppose you don't, but you're the adventurers. Don't you want mystery?
Pierre would like to investigate the scroll.
He hands you the scroll.
Yeah.
Go throw me an investigation.
Roll for a
Oh,
17 plus something. But yeah, so it's 18, 17 plus 1, but it was an 18 roll. So Pierre's going to look at this scroll, sees the magic, and his eyes get even bigger.
You're looking at the scroll, and you can tell that it's magical from your days of maybe breaking into little magic shops as a young little Pierre. You remember breaking into little magic shops and looking at certain scrolls, and you can tell which ones are real and which are fake. You see some symbols that resemble teleportation. You're not really sure, but at the music shop they had, labels here and glass cases that you never really got to. You're never really a magic type, but you figure that those ones had certain symbols, and you recognize a couple symbols that kind of reflected that. So from what you can tell, it does seem to be legit.
Mes amis, I think this is the real deal. This looks like a teleportation spell. And I don't know where it teleports to, but if it's a teleportation spell, then he may be the real deal. And then Pierre looks back at the tavern. And I'm going to say that he still has his mug in his hands from the tavern. And he's going to yell, Matt!
Matt comes running out.
Matt, here's the
that's what I
mug.
do.
Just throws the mug back into the doorway.
Give me a strength check.
Oh dear. 3
oh no.
plus 0. So that's a 3.
So you throw, it's like, hey, what? You have bong, and you hit him in the face, and he takes 4 damage.
Oh, no.
It just hits the bottom of the tanker, hits his face, and his nose just cracks. You see blood gushing out of his nostrils as he falls back. Just, why would you do that? He's rolling on the ground.
Pierre's gonna be like, Mesa, I think we should probably go now. And then he's gonna take one gold coin out, and then he's gonna gently toss it, arc it over to Matt. Do I have to make a
Pogathy sniffs in the air.
Okay.
Like Pogathy tracks the gold coin with his smelling. He goes,
Sniffing it in the air.
yeah. It smells like that's a good gold coin.
And Pierre says, for the mess. And then he just starts walking closer to the portal.
I want to offer a low-handed high five to Pierre.
Pierre's a little bit shameful as much as he is prideful. And so he's just gonna do a light pat.
Would anyone else do anything?
Fifi's gonna chug her beer and head towards the portal, ready to
Right
go.
away.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
I was gonna say let's go to the shop, but yeah, let's go. Yeah,
Well, if Pierre's all right with it, I'm all right with it.
Yeah, let's go. Pierre wanted to do shopping, but let's.
It broke my nose.
We can shop. We can shop later, Pierre. I also want to throw my mug.
So I suppose you all just run into the portal before the other bartender runs out. Like, hey, what's going on here? Who did this? Oh, they did. Soup. Portal disappears. Like, who? Where? Oh, what? And then he looks around. It's like, oh, the wizard guy. And then he just looks over. What? Wait, where'd it go? And there's nothing there.
The wizard came with us?
You don't know.
Magic.
What is the teleportation like? Is it like...
Feels like the world just kind of slows and stuff just do, and you feel yourself like stretch, and everything around you just like stretch like warp, and just like all the stars just fly at you like you're in a warp speed, if you will. And it's like only like a couple of seconds before you just see a bright white light on the other side, and just it's like you're being stretched and then squished back to your normal self.
Ooh.
And then you just see everything around you. First thing you notice is it's cold. You are surrounded by snow. It's earlier in the day, but it's still coming down to nightfall, so about dusk.
All right.
Look around, you just see some trees, some mountains off in the distance. It's just vast emptiness.
Vast wilderness. Okay.
Wilderness, and it's cold and it's snowy.
Can
and
I-
there's slight snowfall.
I immediately use Druidcraft to make a small campfire next to us, sensing the cold.
Oh yeah?
Pogathy wants to take a seat by the campfire and, warm his hands, flip them over a few times.
Is the wizard still with us?
You look around, you don't see anyone. It's just you guys. All four of you in this wilderness and a fire now.
I knew it was a trap. He left us here in the cold.
Bloody hell.
We're going to freeze to death and die. And then he's going to come up here and loot our bodies with his space magic.
Guys, he said the magic word. He said treasure.
Do we still have that scroll? Like, did we just read it?
I
and
have
hand it
the-
back? You
Pierre
have
has the
it?
scroll.
Okay. Can
Pierre
we
de
read that?
Mofo, carrier of scroll.
Okay. Can we read it?
Sure, I'll show it to Pogathy,
Yep.
but Pierre won't hand it to him.
Are you trying to spell cast?
Um,
Because you will need it in your possession. But all you can read is you just see symbols, and from the way he's holding, you probably can't see the full setup.
all right. I immediately realized that it was not written in common. It was in fact like symbols and stuff. And I immediately back away and go, never mind. This is out of my league.
Pierre will roll the scroll back up and put it on his belt.
All right.
Fifi thinks we should try and find maybe some food before it gets dark.
I agree.
I don't know.
All right. Well, thinking about this logically, there's, if there's civilization around, they got to have fire. Do we see any? Can I look around and see if there's any like smoke columns in the air?
Give me a perception check.
I got a 22.
You do see smoke coming off of the horizon a little bit to the east. And as you're looking, you kind of see a little ways a treaded pathway in the snow that seems to be leading to where the smoke is coming from.
All right. I agree with Fifi, though. I do think we should eat. I know we've had some alcohol. We should eat.
Y'all got rations or
Yes. Let's
Find
see.
shit right now.
I have 1 day's worth of rations.
I would also I would also say that you guys probably ate while you're at the tavern because it was late night for you guys, but now it's like kind of hitting dusk where you are now.
Okay. Weird.
So
And are we on a mountain? Is it like a frozen wilderness?
You
forest?
see mountains towards where the fire's coming from,
Okay.
where the smoke and where the path kind of leads. There's woods kind of to the southwest, and then it's most vastness, and you see mountains even way further, but you surmise that it's probably days, like a 2-3 days travels if you wanted to go that way.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so maybe not go get food or look for food, but investigate
Yeah.
the smoke that Agatha has come across. I don't know. Because we don't know what we're doing, right? There was no hint on the scroll,
Yeah, and that guy
no instruction.
notably did not tell us very much.
Pierre's gonna just be like, I don't know what's on the scroll. I don't know much about that guy. I just heard treasure, you know? And I also committed a crime. So,
Well,
anyways, let's, Pogathy, what do your whiskers tell you about where we should go? What direction? Just
I
pick
will
one.
say with the previous, was it 22 or whatever, perception, you smell, you can smell like the smoke and it smells like maybe a small town. You can smell different kinds of wood burning. There might be some food you might smell. There might be even like, I don't know, some fecal matter.
jeez.
Yeah, maybe it's hard to tell. The wind bite is also pressing your senses, but from the strong waft of where the smoke eventually makes its way and dissipating down, I don't know how that really works, but sure, makes it to your nostrils, and you can surmise that, yeah, there's a town in that direction.
All right. Well, guys, I've sniffed, and my nose is telling me that there's likely a small town if we follow this path.
Oh, your nose!
I just remembered that we ate, so
So yeah, I'm not hungry. I just remembered, but we could eat again.
I mean, I'm always hungry.
Jethro comes back holding an armful of berries he found.
Oh,
Anybody want a snack?
no, thank you.
More for
Can
me.
you like?
No,
I
thank you.
start eating berries.
Do they teach you how to make juice where you come from?
Well, that's easy, mate. You just take the berries and you squeeze them.
Commoners are getting more educated.
Okay, y'all making your way to the city, quote unquote.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to wild shape into a hyena
Mhm.
and scout ahead a little ways up the path.
Okay, I'll say about.
Yeah, real quick, hyena walking speed is 50. So if I had action and dash and all that shit, I can fucking get out there.
Yeah, it's like walking speed. If you're doing a normal walking speed, it'll take you about like 2 hours
As a human,
as a human. So for you, I guess under an hour.
okay. I want to kind of run ahead a little ways, do like an arc in front of us, check the path, and then come back to the party. And then do that back and forth a few times.
All right, as you let's say all that entails, y'all just following the path, walking, headed towards the smoke. And you, as you're traveling closer and closer, the path starts to become more evident that, oh, this is actually supposed to be a road here. As Russ, looking up ahead, time you get up to it, you start to see a small little village, or at least what looks like a small village, until you start getting closer and you see it's actually more in depth.
Nice. Hyenas get +3 perception.
Is there any laughing magic?
No, but there is pack tactics.
Boy, do I have a cantrip for you.
Russ, as you start running up, you see this small kind of shanty of a town, and then you get the whiff of sea salt, and you start hearing the ocean hit, and you start feeling even the colder breeze off of the ocean. You start getting closer and closer, and then you realize that this small village is atop a large cliff, and from under at the very bottom of the cliff, about 50 feet or so, you see it opens up into the ocean. It's basically a small little port town. You can see down by the cliff, the village there's a little pathway that goes down that kind of winds down at the far northern part, if you will. You can see almost the entirety, at least, of that half of the city. It's basically a port city that they built up onto a cliff.
Nice. That's really cool.
It seems a little run down. Some of the architecture appears to be older, as if this used to be a great port, but something happened to it, and now this, after many, many years, they just rebuilt a new village over it. You see like little huts here and there, makeshift houses, some kind of built off of the old houses, try to like fix her upper, if you will. And that's all you can see without getting really deep into it. you see lights and little fires here and there too. So,
But it looks like normal civilization.
yeah.
Okay. I pad my way back as a hyena to my group. Undo the wild shape so I'm Jethro again and not a hyena. Looks like a little port town up ahead, guys. It's looks all right to me. Smells good.
All right, yeah, let's get in there. I want to shop. I have yet to spend money on my adventures, and I would like to.
You would want to shop.
Did you see any village folk out and about?
Did I see any village folk?
You saw some figures. They seem to be all moving in one direction specifically. A handful of them, kind of deeper into the city. You didn't see anybody at the port, except for maybe one or two
Just
figures,
kind of some
humanoid
shapes.
figures, just probably, I don't know, working the docks because someone's still got to work, you know, tie you off, whatever. It's the kind of towards the end of the day, so they're wrapping it up for the day, if you will.
So nothing sus.
Not that you can know.
All right.
I relay that all to them.
All right.
Cool. Yeah, I say let's get in there. I don't see any reason why we should necessarily take this cautiously. It looks like a normal town.
Well, we did just come through a portal. We don't really know that wizard. That was weird, if you ask me.
Yeah, but like if it was like taken over by like raiders or something, there still wouldn't be people just out and about.
Maybe.
Well, the food smelled good, so I'm in.
Jethro, did you see an inn anywhere where we could sleep or lodge for the night?
No, but I smelled one.
Ooh.
All right. You guys make your way. The first thing you see is a young elven figure, hood up. She sees you guys come in. She's standing there with a staff. Just looks at you. Doesn't seem threatening at all. She removes her hood, revealing some long blonde hair, the pointy ears, the blue eyes, pale face. She just looks at you all. It's like, "Hi, welcome, travelers. What brings you to Pale Bank?"
A portal. We
Strange wizard.
yes,
Made us a portal and sent us on our way.
yeah, some weird wizard guy. He opened this portal, told us we'd get money if we came through here. So yeah, that's why we're here.
She looks at you very oddly.
I like.
All right, keep your secrets then. As long as you ain't trying to make any ruckus. Welcome to Palebank.
We're just looking for the inn. Are you able to point us in that direction?
We do have an inn, yes. You just want to go a little bit north, and you'll see it. You might have to wait though. We're in a bit of a mourning period. Actually, if you want to actually meet the innkeep, he's over by the cemetery. They're having the memorial right now.
Who died?
Ergon Winth. He was a great dwarven adventurer. Shame. Came back about 2 months ago and, well, the strangest thing happened.
What happened?
I don't know the details, but all I know is they're having a ceremony. Everyone's there. He was a great man.
What did he come back from?
Oh, adventure, like everybody here. Everyone just comes here to adventure and find new treasures. A lot of this land has been, well, undiscovered since the great calamity many years ago, centuries ago. So a lot of adventurers, actually like your types, come here all the time. Usually from Earthadon. Not that far from here in the mountains, just he points further east. That's where most of the folks came from here. I mean, it's been several years, hundreds of years, as far as I know. But I came here with my kin, and we've been trying to find some caves here and there, and we had some luck. But then I decided to join the Glass Blades and, just kind of chill for a moment and just protect the village. It's an honest job. I'm kind of tired of digging in caves, to be honest.
I can respect that. Moving up in the world.
You just, it seems all feathers and glitter, but I just need to chill.
Do the caves have a name? We didn't ask the wizard what his name was, guys. Which I think we may have messed up on just a little bit.
Oh, definitely messed up. Yeah.
Should have asked the wizard his name.
Every wizard Every wizard I see with a hat on is gone.
Maybe the
Gone.
scroll will take us immediately back to him. Who knows?
The caves, I mean, there's many caves. Not a lot of them are explored, but the only ones I know are about that Croaker Cave. But you might want to stay away from there.
You said it was Crunker Cave?
Croaker
Croaker.
Caves. Not exactly sure, but I'm sure somebody could tell you where it's at, maybe. I'll probably just tell you the same thing, a step away. But yeah, if you want to meet most of the people, like I said, the inn's up north, but everyone's further up in the east. So it's only a little bit northeast from here. She points down a trail. Just follow the signs, and you'll find it very clearly. If you want to see the cemetery and the memorial, I pay respects to Ugorn. More than welcome. Like I said, he's well known around the town. It's a sad fate, whichever befalled him.
I wanna call our group. Pagathi wants to call everyone into kind of like a group huddle. Not like literally, but just kind of like call everyone over and be like, so.
Free to go in.
Jethro literally group huddles with you.
Yeah,
Puts
okay.
his arm around
I
you.
put my arm around him too. So like, do we want to go mourn a guy we never met, know nothing about, and is a total stranger?
Not really.
Not really.
Pierre's gonna pipe up. There could be information there. We don't know. It could help us make connections in a new town.
Fifi agrees with Pierre.
Also, the town innkeeper is there. You can go to the inn, but you'll probably be sitting there for a minute waiting for them to come back and open because
Yeah.
everybody's in mourning. You
All right.
tell
Let's go to this funeral.
Fifi wonders why she says to stay away from that cave.
Yeah.
What has happened there? Is that where the gentleman that died passed away at?
Probably.
Croaker
If he was
Caves.
out adventuring in the area, probably he was in some caves. Maybe he picked up some disease or something. Let's go to his funeral, see if his face is all messed up.
Before the funeral, but away from the elf, Pierre's gonna be like, so this like adventurer legend croaked in the Croaker Caves.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
boo, somebody boo this man, boo.
But
All right, so I guess we're gonna walk to the cemetery.
Is that what you guys doing?
Yeah.
yep.
This playthrough is brought to you by Sirenscape. Use it for atmospheric sound effects, and music. Bring your D&D campaign to life. Y'all make your way up into the funeral. You follow the signs. First thing you notice as you're walking through the gates is there is a lot of people just gathered around this ice statue of a dwarf, which you surmise is probably the fallen adventurer. Snow is slowly starting to fall down. Someone just got done making a speech as they walk down, and you see a line of people tossing dirt upon the statue, the base of the statue, if you will. The statue is erected on a little dais of a platform of solid stone.
Are there any, since it's snowing and obviously winter here, are there any dead plants around the graves? Or ghouls waiting to attack us in the cemetery? What the fuck was that? God damn it,
I
Tim
think the
Mercer.
adventurer is trying to speak to us.
Pierre's gonna like try to look over the crowd. Is it like a mix of different races here, like elves and dwarves, or is it like mostly?
It is a mix. It is mostly actually elves and dwarves. You see a couple humans. That it's slightly mixed here. You see some tieflings, but majority is elves and dwarves. Go ahead. I said go ahead, so let me just go ahead and do it. Yeah.
Are there any
Shut up, Tim.
plants, bushes, things that can flower around the graves or his grave and statue specifically?
You see some flowers kind of put there. There's like a little branch of what seems to be mostly of a dead tree trying to spurt back up, kind of jutting out from maybe like 5 feet away from this little statue. As you tell, as you're looking at the statue, it is completely made of ice.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay, I would like to just kind of walk along the edge of the crowd to the little plant that was off to the side. Use Druidcraft to instantly make it blossom with a bunch of flowers on it. Kind of pretty up the statue in the grave. And then take off like 20, 25 feet away from the procession and just light a bowl. Kind of hang off.
Light up bowl, lady.
Hang off by myself in the back.
So you do this incantation and somebody will look at you kind of confused, but then they notice the tree kind of grow up and start sprouting, kind of wrap around the base and just like this beautiful, like different colors of all kinds of flowers that you would know from your homeland. And some you don't recognize just because of this world, as far as you know, just reacting to your magic. It grows and blossoms and beautiful. You hear a lot of ohs and like, oh, that's very nice. Oh, Ergon would have loved to seen this. And you know,
I just give my polite nod to the crowd and then shuffle off without a word.
Pogothy wants to go up to the person who was giving the speech about the dead adventurer, and I want to see if I can get them to tell me about the adventurer, like their name and everything, and you know, maybe what they died from.
you walk up to this elven figure, short dark hair, brownish, also pale. A lot of these people don't see sun a whole lot because it's been cold and the winter is obviously hitting here, so they're like to stay indoors for the most part. You see him just sitting there, just kind of talking to some others, and as you approach him, oh, yes, hi. I hope you like the sermon. I didn't know him personally. I'm sorry if it's a great friend of yours. My condolences. Is there anything I could help you with?
Could you help us find somebody who can tell us about this adventurer who passed away?
I mean, I know the community leader will probably know best. I know he is an old friend. And it's at that moment that a gruff voice speaks from behind you. Oh, thank you for attending Ergon's service. You turn around to meet the gaze of this weathered-looking elf. Immediately, you see he's old, wrinkled face, full beard, white as the snow, hair short, kind of slicked back. One of his most noticed features, you see like 2 or 3 scars going sideways down his right eyes. This elf has seen some stuff. He carries a very ornate short sword attached to him. He's wearing just regular commoner clothes with like a heavy cloak over, maybe some more padded clothes to keep the weather off as the wind hits. Oh, thank you for coming to Ergon's service. And he looks at you. I'm sorry to speak of such dark tidings under these circumstances, but I believe that the Palebank villagers might be in danger here. And he looks at all of you. You all are neophytes, perhaps?
What is a neophyte?
I'm sorry, by your presence, you all just look like you are the adventuring types. I've been around for quite a while. I tend to know the look. As he looks at you all.
Fair.
Thank you. Pierre thanks him. And he's like, thank you for the compliment, sir. As he kind of butts in, I guess, on this other conversation. Maybe.
I mean, unless you guys are doing other stuff.
Right.
I'm still awake.
Yeah. No,
So I guess
you would,
it's just the three of us. Okay, that are nearby. Okay.
You would notice them talking, this elf talking to them, but
Yeah, I'll finish my bowl and come stride up to him.
Pierre is going to continue, and he's just like, we were told that there might be an adventure here, and we are thinking now maybe an unfinished adventure. Do you know what Ergon was working on before he passed?
Oh, perhaps the gods have sent you themselves. I should be, I guess, grateful.
It was actually some strange wizard came and found us at a tavern and portaled us here.
Very charming.
Kind of charming. He was also kind of weird.
Fair enough.
You could see like galaxies in his hat. You ever seen a man like that before?
Of all the things that I have seen, I must say I cannot say I've seen a wizard with a galaxy hat. Odd.
What about a blood oath?
Oddly enough, I've seen my fair share of those.
Nah.
Dark magic I would never go near. Never again. About 2 months ago, Ergon Wenth returned home after exploring Isocross. For about a year, I suppose, he's been gone. But on his return, he had been back only for a few days when he came down with this strange malady. I don't know, he started moving more slowly. I know he's up there in age, but there's no way he's moving as slow as I am at that age. And I saw on his body blue veins appearing all over his face and arms and hands. All of our priests of Morden and Corellin, they used every spell, every apothecary that we had. All their potions, they just weren't working. It's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. No magic, no spell can lift this curse, this ailment. He battled for it, Ergon. He battled this disease for weeks until his body eventually turned into, and he points at the statue, ice.
Whoa.
I'm sorry, I haven't even introduced myself. I am basically the community leader here at this village. The name's Elro. Yes, Elro Aldator. I'm command the small faction of Glassblades here. Used to be a Glassblade myself, but the years have slowed me down. Not as quick as a bow or the sword at this point anymore.
So you said Ergon came from Isocross? Can you tell us more about that?
It's up to the north, isn't it?
Yes, up in the north, across the sea, there's many, many unexplored territories since, well, you know, the whole calamity.
I think I've heard of that place. That's where one of those sky cities fell, right?
Ah, yes. Aaron. Oh, you know.
I've been around a little while, met some people, heard some stories.
Maybe take some mushrooms, went to a different realm.
Maybe went to Aor.
Maybe you went to Aor itself. As you may or may not know, this Palebank village has been established through Uthadorn. A lot of people coming from there to basically build this city. And of course, across the way to Isocroft, a lot of people are still adventuring since the great city fell and the calamity crashed and a lot of history has been lost. But there's many, many treasures and mysteries to be solved and found in Isocroft. Most of everybody who comes to Palebank is usually just a stopping point to set sail to get there. Yeah, just like any young adventurer, he tried to come by and just set sail. But when he came back, a few weeks later, he was gone. The ailment took him, and he's now embodied in a statue of the ice.
Yeah, going back to that, you said when he died, he turned to ice. Is this statue him?
Yes. I saw it with my own eyes. I believe until yesterday, the rest of the community believed that Ergon's sad fate was an isolated incident, most likely caused by something the dwarf came in contact with while exploring Isocross.
Interesting.
Sounds reasonable.
But now?
But I've noticed another showing the same ailments as Ergon.
Is it another adventurer or is it like, Farmer John?
Her name's Togi Luthen. She's a dwarf trapper. She's showing signs of the same illness. Of course, alarmed to think that this is spreading or anything. I tried talking to Togi about it, but she pushed me away, asking that she would rather die in peace than for me to pursue questions. Also, she's not really one to take much advice or careness to authoritative figures.
These, did any magical folks investigate Ergon once he got frozen? Did they check out?
We've been checking him out the entire time, and yes, up into his...
So, Could he be merely frozen by magic instead of dead? Or are you sure that he's passed?
I know no magic that can undo this.
Okay.
In all of my years, I've seen people frozen, but then you could still see them. Looking at this statue, you would even know, even when tales of people being frozen, that you could still see their features and see them encased in ice. This almost looks like a complete ice sculpture. Like it's made out of complete ice. Like the entire entity is ice.
Kind of see through a little bit.
The
Yes.
core
Yeah.
is
Okay.
the coldest.
He's probably
In fact, if Elro hadn't told you that he turned into ice, and if you were just a passerby and had no idea, you would have think that this was some sort of ice statue someone made in reverence or memorial of someone.
okay. So it's exactly like I'm imagining. Cool.
Elroll, what would you propose we do to help solve this problem?
Well, I suppose you can go to Ergon's cabin. If you can find anything of evidence to perhaps might explain why or how or anything about how this malady has befallen Ergon, or perhaps talk to Tolgi, because she won't talk to me. She won't talk to any of the glass blades.
Mhm.
She is very distrusting of authority. Always have been. If you do discover what is causing this, and if it truly is spreading, there's 100 gold piece in it from me, to each and every one of you.
I'm in.
100 gold pieces for each of us.
Yes,
You'd be out 400 gold.
correct.
All right. You got me. I'm in.
I'm already in. Let's do it. All we gotta do is find some stuff out, get paid, get out.
Well, friends, where should we go now? Should we talk to Togi or should we investigate the cabin?
Think we should talk to the chick who's alive.
Talk thing, go to cabin. Sounds good.
All right, so you guys are deciding to go to Tolgi's?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it Tolgi or Togi?
Tolgi, Tulgi.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
I wrote that wrong.
Well, excuse me if I pronounce a lot of this shit incorrectly.
Do you want to know what I wrote their name down as? Thorny.
That's definitely not right.
That's the tequila
That's
talking.
that's gonna be canonically what Pagathi thinks their name is. They're not gonna call him the right name.
That won't be confusing at all.
All right, so you're going to Tolgi's?
Yeah.
Is that what we're deciding? All right. Who's leading this venture? Marching order.
I think we should have the strongest up front. Fifi, get in
Fifi.
there.
Oh,
You're the
hey,
fighter.
yeah, let's go. Trying to get there for some ale with
I wanna.
with my bros.
With Togi.
Pagathi wants to strum on his lute as we walk towards Thorny's house. Yeah, he just wants to casually just strum on it, kind of tune it a little bit as we walk, keep a casual vibe going.
All right, as Fifi leads the way, you come across a snow-covered cavern. It looks peaceful and quiet from the outside. The windows are shuttered, and a steady stream of smoke piping out of the chimney indicates a roaring fire within.
Fifi turns and asks Pierre what he thinks we should do.
Pierre's immediately gonna grip the scroll just to make sure it's there. Okay. He'll be like, I think when we visit people and we're friendly, and he just kind of looks to check with Fee, and we're friendly, we should knock first. We shouldn't break any windows. Right?
Agreed.
Okay, let's knock then.
Okay.
Yes, I agree.
I'm not familiar with it though. Can you knock?
Oh,
Do you know how?
Fifi knocks
Okay.
respectfully, not aggressively, due to the morning.
You knock on the door. You hear what sounds kind of on the other side of the cavern, a little bit further away. Go away! I don't want in here.
Pagathi wants to reach for the door handle and see if it's unlocked.
Fifi immediately slaps his hand and replies, We're not here to sell or give anything, merely seek questions.
Pierre's gonna be like,
Answers?
Elroy sent us.
Elroy.
Elroy.
Yeah.
Roy.
Oh, you're
I don't want to talk to any glass blades.
we aren't glass blades. I play the lute.
We're merely adventurers.
What do you want?
Just a little bit of information, and we'll be on our way. Out of your hair in no time.
We want to solve your problem.
We want to help.
Whoever wishes to give me a persuasion check. Yeah, give me a persuasion check.
One of y'all two.
I guess you can.
I'm +0.
With advantage because we're
Oh.
all pitching in.
I would say with aid. So, who wants to make the check?
I can do it because I
You
believe.
got a high persuasion. You're
What is
very
it?
trained.
It's persuasion, right?
Persuasion.
Yeah, I have +5 persuasion, so I'll do
For
it.
sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Aid.
Okay.
Yeah, my
Pocket thing.
Pocket
And roll. Add that and
9 + 5, 14. Is
okay. I'd say roll. Somebody else roll a d4
Go for it, Zach.
and add it to that number you just said.
4.
That is an 18 total.
All right. You hear a faint sigh scurrying across the way, and a door unlocks and cracks open. Like, come in quick then. And she cracks the door open and kind of just, you hear scuttling back to the bed, or to the far end of the cavern.
Step inside.
Do you need help?
Do y'all, you all stepping in?
yes.
Oh, yes. I'm
Follow me.
going to go in now.
Here, we'll go in last and close the door quick.
As I walk in, as Pogathy walks in, he wants to ask the person, like, who are you? Do you need any help? Why don't you want to talk to anybody?
As you're walking in, the first thing that hits you is heat in this small cavern. It hits like a hammer, like straight to your face. It is actually pretty hot for it being pretty cold outside. A table set, nearly stacked with dishes, tools, and utensils, stands at the center of the room. The smell of simmering soup comes from a pot hanging inside of a roaring fireplace. It is the fireplace is going, like blazing, more wood than probably most people would put in the fireplace. Another fire burns in an iron brazier at the opposite end of the room, filling the cavern with a smoky haze. You see a figure just sitting on a bed, shivering at the end near the brazier. You see it wrapped up a small dwarf, bulging blue veins streaked across face, neck, and hands, just covered up in blankets, multiple blankets. Sorry, what was your question?
Who are they and do they need help?
Her name's Tuggy. And by God, yes, I need help. It's so frigid cold.
Something's very wrong with you then, because it is hot as hells in here.
Yeah, seriously, like, you realize that it's like 110 degrees in here, right? Like, this isn't safe. Like, look how much your fire is like roaring.
It's just fine. It's just really cold out here. You don't understand. It's really. Oh, you don't feel. I can't. She scooches closer to the brazier, shivering.
Pierre's gonna kneel down closer to Tolgi and speak in Dwarvish and just ask, like, what do you think ails you?
So you guys would be, unless you're gonna move up, you're about like 20 feet away at this point. You can walk further up if you wish.
Pierre will go 8 feet, within 8 feet of her.
Okay. Oh, within, like, get up to, like, but keep 8 feet away from her?
I am,
Fair?
yes.
Nice. One of those moments.
Yeah, I'm sorry, what was the question?
What do you think ails you in Dwarvish?
She looks at you. I don't know. Why? What do you care?
Well, we don't like to see people suffering.
What happened to you could happen to us and the rest of the people in this village. it's not just about your illness or Urgon's. This could affect everyone later. Anything that you tell us could be helpful.
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh. I shouldn't have been the one to do this.
I would like to use Bardic
Here.
Inspiration.
Ooh.
Pogothy would like to use Bardic Inspiration.
Well,
On
he-
Pierre.
Just strum a quick riff while he's talking.
Does DM allow it?
Not for this.
Okay. All right.
Dadgum.
17
Nice.
plus 0. So 17.
She stands there, shivering. She looks at all you. Relentless sigh. I came to this cursed village a few years back. I'm from Shady Creek. Run. With my sister, Holly. We both work for Utalat family. God, it's cold. Utalat sent us and a few others to the village to keep an eye on treasures coming back from Isocroft with the intent of maybe lessening the load. She stands there shivering. See, when the artifacts come through small settlements, they are often unusual, and the treasure hunters are trying to keep them away from Uthadurn or dwindling empire. And of course, when I saw Ergon return to Pellbank village with treasures from Isocroft, of course I had to do my job.
What was your job? Says Pogothy.
Well, I waited till Ergon sold what he has to Pelk's curiosities, and then I took him.
You stole?
Of course I stole. It's my job. I work for the Yutala family.
Did you get some good money for it?
Some.
Nice.
You're telling... Hold on, wait. You're telling me that you're fine with a thief stealing from a business, a hard-working business.
Pierre's
Just trying to make
Pierre's
light.
going to
And
try
you're
to
okay with
shush.
I'm just trying to make light with our new friend here who's going to help us on our quest.
Pierre was going to try to shush Pogothy. Just be like, shh, shh, shh. Crime's okay. We do it too. It's okay.
Pogothy bites his tongue. Pogothy bites his tongue and leans out of the conversation. But
So
obviously he still listens.
Pierre's going to turn back to Togi and just in Dwarvish again, just be like, what did you take?
I mean, I gave most of the treasures to Holly. All I have is ornate dagger. She's north of here, the Croaker Cave.
Can I roll a perception check to see if they're showing signs of any like visible symptoms other than them just shaking and acting like they're cold? Like
She's got the blue veins.
got the
Mhm.
veins.
Yeah, it's blue vein. She looks like a death. She looks and acting like there's clearly something wrong with her.
Can I do a medicine check to see if I can tell if what she has is contagious?
Mm.
Like cold flu, like bacterial.
Go for it.
19 plus 3, that is a 22.
Ayo, let's go.
Hell yeah.
You're looking up and down her. You're thinking about what you learned in your schooling as a nobility. All different diseases, ailments. A lot of it from your memory is from food processing and, food poisoning and all that.
Mm-hmm.
When cheeses go bad, when they go bad, which she's not to eat, when it's like good, that good, ripe, moldy.
Any good Raddington knows a bad cheese.
Mm.
Mm.
And you're looking at her and all the knowledge just comes flushing through you. But you have no idea what this is.
Mm.
This
Okay.
seems very odd, very unworldly.
22.
Okay. So could I determine whether or not it was like contagious to us or not? So could I tell?
Communicable.
Communicable. Good word.
It doesn't seem to be contagious,
All right.
but it's hard to tell.
Okay. All right. I'm happy with that.
Anything else you guys want to?
Now, Miss Tolgi, you said you have this dagger that you held on to. You're not still holding it, are you?
Holly has it.
What?
Yeah, she said she kept the dagger.
Why you care? Are you gonna actually help, or are
No,
you just
no.
gonna keep asking
No,
questions?
you can keep it. I don't want it. But it could be making you sick.
She looks down, pulls out this rather ornate-looking dagger. She looks it over. It's got green, gold, and some blue and red all upon the sheath. She pulls it out. I mean, it looks pretty dope, honestly, and very old. Very old. I don't under. It's just a dagger.
Look, that's fine. That's fine. It's all yours. Again, I don't want it. We're probably going to go talk to your sister. When we do, just set that down over on the other side. Leave it there for a little bit. See if you feel better.
Guess I'll give it a try. Sure.
Right.
Why do you feel the need to hold on to this thing so tightly? Like, why can't you just put it into a lockbox?
It looks pretty.
It does look pretty dope.
I guess I'll put it on the other end. And you see her get up, and as she leaves the fire, she starts really shaking. Gets to one end of literally the other end of the cavern into a corner, and just tosses it down, and then scurries right back to her bed next to the brazier, in even closer this time. What is everyone's passive perception?
14.
13.
14.
Nice.
13.
So you guys know two things. A, she broke into Ergon's cavern, and she broke into Pelk's curiosities. Basically stole back whatever Ergon sold, and now has this ailment. What do y'all want to do?
Curiosity's place?
Pelk's.
Pelk?
PLC.
Okay.
Curiosities. It's a well-known shop. Everyone knows about it. Just down the way. Past the innkeep.
So those were the two things, were those two places. The
And-
person in the place.
Curse Ergon's cavern.
Okay. Pierre's gonna speak in Dwarvish back to Tolgi and asks, does Elroll know that you're stealing?
Probably not. Granted, he probably has his suspicions. So cold.
Okay. Pierre's gonna ask the group, do we have a bag of holding anywhere, or something to separate, any cloth to separate us from this dagger?
Pogathy thinks over the spells and cantrips he has, and also items in his inventory, and he does not see anything, and just kind of like looks through his stuff, looks at Pierre, and just shakes his head no.
I mean, I've got a regular bag, but not a magical one.
We got a bottle of water.
A bottle of water.
A bottle of water and a gun.
So I'm gonna ask Tolgi, okay, if we tell Elroll that Holly found this dagger and that it might be suspect, could we have him investigate this dagger on your behalf?
You could take the bloody dagger if you think it'll fix whatever the hell this is. I do not care anymore. I don't care about any of the treasures. I just want this to stop. I've never felt this cold before.
Well, hold on. You make a good point, Thorny. Why don't we take the dagger in some way, shape, or form, or you become disconnected from this dagger while we go check out those caves that he was in, that Ergon was in, and that way, if the dagger's what's making you sick and you're away from it, then you get better. Or if whatever's in those caves is in there and we solve that issue, then you get better. I feel as though that's a kill two birds with one stone. And I'm going to strum my guitar and do like a little spin away.
Well, the hells do whatever. I care nothing anymore. I just want to not feel so cold. Hells, take whatever you want in this godforsaken cabin.
Right. Well, thank you for your time, Miss Tolgi. Pals, I think we should let the lady rest.
Yes.
Agreed.
All right. You get to feeling better. All right. Bye. Soon,
Just stares at you as you all make your way out.
as soon as we're outside, she's definitely gonna die. I'm sorry, guys. She does not have long left on this earth.
Oh boy, if there's one thing I know, and I know many things, it's a poor person who's gonna die, and that's what that was.
One downside to your plan, mate. If it is the dagger, we're fucked.
Did you take the dagger? Did you
Did
guys take
we-
the dagger?
That was gonna be my question to you, sir. Did we take it? Because I have no way, shape, or form of carrying.
I
Look
asked-
at Pierre, who's known for taking things.
I asked if anyone had a cloth on them or some kind of barrier between the dagger and us.
I mean, I
There
can
was
take
no
off my shirt.
resounding yes. Well, it
You gotta
already
take
happened,
out your
right?
shirt,
And so it was a
this
negative.
We all
cold
have
winter.
to adventuring packs, so
So I'm gonna assume that because no one volunteered a barrier between them and the dagger, I'm gonna assume that we didn't.
So you're leaving the dagger there?
I'd leave the dagger there.
Yeah.
And we can have Elroll investigate it later, if we need to. Okay, but Pierre's gonna have a thought, and he's gonna try to shuffle back to the cavern, and I don't know if we even closed the door. If we did, he's gonna knock.
The hell's he wants?
Are you hungry, Tolgi? Do you need anything right now from the stores in town? Wood?
There's a pause. I guess my stew brewing. Fine, just please find a cure for this ailment.
We're on it. And Pierre just smiles at the person who sleeps.
You actually smile at the door because it's been locked at this point.
Dwarves are people. Yeah.
No, the door.
The door. Oh,
You smile that she never opened.
oh, it was slammed in my face.
Doors are-
Okay, all
Once you got, I assume you guys
It
left,
was
had that
never
conversation. She scuttled back, locked it.
right. Okay, all right.
one good sign though is she was able to put the dagger down. A lot of cursed items they won't.
Yes. Although I do wonder if this dagger is even the source of this problem.
Probably not.
Because if Thorny was so attached to that dagger, then how would Holly get sick?
So Pierre's like, oh, I was confused about this, but Tolgi said she had the dagger and she gave other things to Holly, who is now back in the caves.
Holy.
Holly?
H-U-L-I.
So
Sorry,
Holly,
H-U-L-I-L. Halil.
Halil?
Halil. My bad.
Halil.
Halil.
Sister H, is back in the caverns, and we're not sure what she has on her or not. From the theft, it sounded like. Not sure why they would bring stuff back to where adventurers took it from, but that's maybe Halil is our next best bet, but maybe we go back and we talk to Ergon.
So
Sorry,
Ergon's dead, mate.
Elroll, yeah, we talked to him.
So she would have told you the location for Croaker Cave.
Mhm.
It's in this area. Isocroft is overseas.
The next continent north.
Yeah, you have to go north. You have to travel by boat to go to Isocroft, which is why this is a port city. Everybody came from Uthadurn, from the mountains, like a mountain city. It was literally like a city built into the mountains inside this platformy thingies. This is a faction of basically people moving out of Uthadorn, basically hitting the coast to adventure, and everyone knows that the calamity happened in Isocross, which is across the way, a few days travel on boat, where there's just basically mystery and adventure. People just go there.
And that's where the artifacts Ergon came from, right?
Yes,
Okay.
And then he sold them in town, and then
that's
Olgi and Halil stole from him and the shop to get his artifacts.
stole from the shop. They waited till Ergon sold stuff at the shop, and now they're afflicted.
Okay.
Can Pierre make a general intelligence check to see where they should go next. If he has an idea.
Well, I'm just gonna tell you.
Okay.
You still have the cabin if you wish to go check that out. Ergon's cabin. You know of Pelk's Curiosities. You can ask about that around town. That's I guess point of interest.
See if Pelk is sick.
And you know now that Holy's got the rest of the relics and treasures in Crocker Cave. So you got 3 options to choose from.
Pierre loves shops. Okay. And he knows one of the best things to steal from a shop is the inventory list.
Smart.
Because it creates a lot of other problems that enable theft later on. So Pierre's says to the guys, he's just like, hey, why don't we go to Pelk's Curiosities? Why don't we go to this shop, guys, and we see what's there?
That's a good idea.
We're not
Mike.
there anymore.
Pogathy already wanting to shop. Thinks about the oddities idea and goes, well, if we already got 2 agreeing, I'm in.
All right.
Fifi follows in suit.
All right, you all make your way to I don't know. You just heard of Pelk's.
Well, we may assume that it's in the center of the village. And just start walking.
Wander around
Big,
the village.
giant-
Start walking in
Giant-
marketplace.
Giant lanterns, in the shape of an
May
arrow.
ask passersby.
Give me,
So check the map.
Fifi, give me percentile.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're making Fifi walk in front of us.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
30 and a 3.
So 33.
So you guys are wandering around for about an hour. You make what you think is the middle of the village.
All right. I want to roll perception to see if I can see any signs that say Peak's Oddities or anything like
Pelk's.
that. Or Pelk's.
Yeah.
Pelk's Oddities.
You know it. What'd you get?
Lean.
Natural 1.
Oh,
That would be a natural one there, sir.
So another hour passes by, and you're just looking at. You're looking at I don't know, the weird architecture of this building. Maybe the old ancient architecture catches your eye, and you're like, the Rattington household probably learned something from these ancient architects. Before you shake your head off, oh yes, shops. And you just ignore half of the buildings you already passed at this point. You start to see some people just coming back from the memorial. So far, 2 hours has passed. Getting a little bit darker at this point.
I'd like to go over and tap somebody on the shoulder. Any random passerby walking through the street near us.
You come across a human who's walking by. It's like, hey, yes, sir, can I help
Excuse me,
you?
mate. We're looking for Pelk's Oddities. Can you help us out?
Oh, Pelk's, yes. 2 blocks over, make a right.
Thank you, sir. And go back to my group. All right, guys, this way. And I lead the way.
Oh, so now Jethro is leading.
I
Yay!
know the directions, miss. Come
Let's
on.
go.
And you just said, like, let's go. And y'all walked out, didn't ask anybody, like, yo, where is this place? Just gonna wander around aimlessly in a village you've never
Well,
been before.
usually in places that Pogathy is from, there are signs for places such as like shops and everything.
I mean, you see shops all around you. You see blacksmith and all this stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, you hear it's like, everybody knows where Pelk's of Curiosity is.
Pierre kind of pushes
As he walks
Pogathy
up.
along. Is like, we'll shop there later. Let's go to Pelk's first. Let's go to Pelk's. As we're walking, Pierre's gonna ask Pogathy, what's the best cheese, in your opinion?
Many a folk have asked me that question. I don't often answer because it's such private information, but Pierre,
It is
there's-
a personal question. It's a personal.
Pierre, there's something about you I can tell you're trustworthy. You can know this information. The best cheese, objectively, clean cut Americana. Clean cut Americana. Now, Americana stems from the Americana sheep. Their milk. It's turned into this cheese, and it is the best one.
Sheep milk? cheese? And Pierre just kind of like crosses his eyes at him.
Never had sheep milk before, Pierre. It's pretty fucking good.
I mean, sheep are usually used for fur, you know? I didn't think they could be.
Or stew.
Oh, yeah.
Do they make
That
milk?
is a good point.
Do they make milk?
Pierre is just understanding how little he knows of the world, really.
Do they make
the
milk?
finer points.
Pogathy asks repeatedly.
Believe the mama sheep makes sheep for the little sheep, and Pierre's really like stuck to his guns now, remembering like very basic, you know, little educational symbols that he's seen in the past. And he's very tense now because he didn't like school. Okay.
Well, if we have a saying back at the company, if you milk a teat, if it can make milk, you know, we've made a cheese out of it.
If you can teat milk, you can make cheese.
I was trying to come up with a tagline. We don't have a tagline.
If it makes milk, it makes cheese.
Yeah.
Agatha,
If it makes milk, it makes cheese. I should write that down. Thank you, disembodied voice. Sorry, guys. The voices were acting up again. Pogathy smacks the top of his head. All right, I'm good.
As you smack your head, you see this real quick, and like almost for an instant, you think you see a shadowy figure, like maybe a mirage or something, but that almost looks like a certain astral wizard elf. But then you shake it off and you see nothing else.
Oh, that was weird. Yeah. Let's continue.
So you make your way to a dark cabin before you, and you see a sign hanging over the door, which reads Pelk's Curiosities, with the image of a curving dragon used to make the letter P. Though the shop appears to be closed, the front door is slightly ajar.
I want to roll perception to see if there's any like red flags for like danger.
Again, what's everyone's passive perception?
13.
14.
They're 14, we're 13.
Is anyone under 11? Let's just put it that way.
No.
So you start to walk up closer to the door, and you start to hear whispering voices and footsteps coming from inside the cavern.
Doesn't sound good, mates.
Pierre's gonna try to stealth in.
All right, give me a stealth check. Just you. Anyone else doing anything? Before you
Pogathy
roll?
would like to roll whatever I need to try and see if he can hear what the voices are saying.
You can roll a perception check, sure. What's your stealth check?
26 for stealth.
Shit. What's your perception?
8.
You can't make out what, you just hear whispering voices and you hear footsteps. That's about all just from passing by. You, Pierre, slowly creep in.
I rolled just so you guys know, I rolled a 19 plus a 7. So that's like one of the highest rolls that I could have ever gotten.
Hell yes.
Okay.
The antique shop occupies a large front room of the cavern. You slowly open the door quietly. Like, you see 5 cloaked elves. They appear to be ransacking the shop. There's debris and broken stuff all over the ground, searching through the debris of the floor, the furniture, the shelves, the front counter. They all have been smashed, and the shop's wares are now littered across the floor. There's 5 of them just kind of scattered.
I'm assuming that Pierre is still near the door that
Yes.
he entered in. Okay. Pierre is gonna go back through the door and tell everybody what he sees. Okay.
Hey, buddy. What's up?
There were 5 elves just stealing stuff. Elf thieves. I don't know who they are. They could be, I don't know. It seems like they're thieves. It seems like it's malicious. I kind of know theft when I see it. Let me just say it that way.
You can be in a row. You definitely tell these people are trying to steal shit.
Yeah. Well, do we really want to stop them? Like, if whatever these adventurers brought into town is what's making them sick, maybe these thieves hopefully whatever the adventures brought, maybe that could end up being a good thing. Like maybe do we even need to stop them?
Can Pierre make a medicine check?
On
Just
what?
to know if he realizes if thieves taking things from a place is bad for the spread of an illness.
That would no. But a medicine check is usually like you're looking at something
I got a
to.
+2. Okay, all right.
It's
Okay.
like, hey, let me try to
All right.
help this thing.
All right,
And
okay. Yeah,
that would be
heal-
more like an
heal something.
investigation
Okay.
check.
Investigation? Could I do an investigation?
You would have to do it with a stealth because you're going back up to the door to
Hmm.
see.
To look. Well, I just want to. I guess it's more intelligence.
let me reiterate.
Okay.
You see 5 cloaked elves smashing the shit out of everything, or you assume they smash it. Like almost everything is smashed, and they're just kind of looking through shit at this point. There's the floor is completely littered with all kinds of shit, obviously wares from the shop.
Okay,
So that's what it looks like.
I'm gonna go to the rest of the group and just gonna be like, okay, guys, I could try to talk to them like thief to thief, or we could all burst in and pretend to be glass blades.
Or we could go and get the glass blades and
Could
play
do
hero.
that is all. It's good to have backup.
What do you
Or-
guys do?
Or we could have Fifi going first. You know, she's intimidating. And maybe we could, talk them into, telling us why they're robbing this place.
They'll probably try and find us if we do that.
Fifi immediately turns down that suggestion.
Pierre has an idea. Can the bard make really loud noises?
The bard will check.
Because that would effectively maybe call the glass blades to us.
True.
Oh no, he's rolling twice. Oh, did you hear that, guys?
We should probably hurry up. Fifi, or folks, we should run. We should run and get the blades and
On
get
it.
them over here.
I'm on it. I wild shape into a deer,
Mm,
Good job.
and I sprint with
you're really
my.
good speed.
They do.
They do. What is it called?
Pollock.
My background is fucking wanderer or something like that. So I can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around me. So if I've been there, I can get back there. I sprint as a deer back towards the funeral procession to try and find glass blades or Elroll
As a deer?
as a deer.
As a deer.
What are you? What is the rest of you doing?
I
Should we stay behind and
think we should burst in. I think we should burst in. And
start
just go for
Mm.
it.
trying to?
Yeah.
No, we caught them unawares. They don't know that we know.
Okay.
I could stealth in and try to stab one, but I
Give me-
think time is an important factor.
Yeah, give me just-
He already delayed.
Give me
things
just a
too
second.
much.
Give me just a second.
Also, the bard could
Okay,
inspire us before he burst in.
Pagathi would like to roll for stealth and try and get into the room and just kind of out of sight of all the hooded figures.
You're stealthing in
Yes.
Okay.
13 plus 3.
Nice.
for a 15. Okay.
16.
Sorry, yeah, 16. Math. Yeah, you sneak in. They seem to be a little deeper into the shop, and they're still just kind of scurrying between the floor and the shelves and behind the counter.
Okay. I guess maybe I need to roll for this, but can I tell if there's like a leader?
Try to map out the room.
What you can see, they all just seem to be wearing kind of like just similar clothes. None of them
Okay.
seem to be wearing similar robes. None of them look more or like in charge than the other. They do seem to be obviously on some sort of a mission. They're
Oh.
clearly looking for something. It doesn't appear that they're stealing anything, but they're clearly looking for something in particular.
Oh.
Should we all try to stealth in and sneak attack? Or
Okay.
I like that idea. This is just Fifi and I talking at this point.
yes, up here.
Yeah, y'all are outside the door. He already slipped in.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Pierre,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Pierre's like, let me go first in my stealth, and then you maybe stealth after me.
I'll be here.
And we'll see what.
Pogathy wants to make his way back to the front door, not leaving it still inside, but just kind of like peek his head out and go, guys, I think I can put all of them to sleep. I have a feeling that I can do it if I just say the right words in the right way. I think I can put all of them to sleep because I feel like they're, if they're thieves, like Pierre said, they might just try and fight us.
Go for it, mon ami. Go for it.
Pogathy would like to walk over in range, which is 90 feet, I believe. So anywhere between 90 feet. So as long as I'm within there. And then the description of this spell is as such. This spell sends creatures into a magical slumber. Roll 5d8. The total is how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect. Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range are affected in ascending order of their current hit points, ignoring unconscious creatures.
Does it say VSM on it?
Yes. Oh. Never mind.
Vocal, somatic, and
Material.
Oh.
Well, while you're branched out, said whatever, then kind of creeps back in, 3 of them turn around and see you standing there. Ah, mate! You speak Elvish? Right, you're an elf, right? You're a half elf.
Yeah, I'm half elf. All right.
You see this one really quickly yell, "Got company!" They all quickly turn around.
I want to charm person on whichever one is closest to me.
Cast
I
spell.
want to strum my guitar and say a few words in Elvish about Swiss cheese.
we're the best cheese.
That Americana.
I don't believe I need to roll anything. I think the one closest to me just needs to roll wisdom.
Your spell goes off. They immediately just look at each other. And one just like waves it off. I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative. All right, Pierre, what'd you get?
13.
Beefy,
11.
Pog,
18.
Gerard.
What? Oh, 5.
Okay, what's your dexterity?
Mine?
Yes.
The modifier is
No, you're
13. 13 total.
Gotcha.
Modifiers +1.
all right. So for unbeknownst to you guys, who've never done battle before, each square is 5 feet of movement. You are in difficult terrain right now, so your movement is halved.
All right.
Top of the round is actually yours, Pogathan.
Yay!
All right.
The bard is gonna be our tank here. We're gonna figure this out, guys.
All right. Honestly, looking at my options, I'm just going to attack the closest enemy to me. So I'm going to move to this square right here.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack the enemy hooded elf in front of me with my rapier.
Go ahead, roll an attack roll.
I got a 23. 7 plus
Nice.
2 is 9.
7 on a D8's good.
Good
shit.
hit.
9 total damage.
9 total damage.
Very aggressive from the rich kid. Stab a thief
Yeah.
immediately.
I've got Pogathy has a lot of pent up anger, and seeing the overwhelming odds of enemies coming after him, he hits perfect fencing form and stabs with the rapier.
You slash this bandit for 9 piercing damage across his chest. Blood splatters everywhere. It reels back. It is now his turn. He scooters back a little bit with his weapon branched off and then dives in for a strike at you. Does a 10 hit your AC?
It does not.
He reels back as he's just gotten blown by you, and you can tell he really is taking a hit. And then he just swipes back in reflex, and you sidestep just enough to miss his blade completely. The other one is going to see you move up to him. That's 10 feet, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one you had your hands on. Goes up to him, and he's going to attack you, Pogathan. That's a 7, so that clearly misses. He runs and trips over a couple of trinkets and some glass and like stabs at you, and you it stabs towards you and like slips and misses as you dodge the previous slice.
Bard has the magic shoes.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
got the dancing feet.
I'm like Muhammad Ali. I got my feet going back.
Like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
I have a general D&D question. I have a shield. How would I use that to defend myself?
It
Or is it equipped right now?
It is equipped.
Well, no. I would say right now it's on your back unless you say you pull out your sword and shield.
Okay.
You just said you pull out your rapier. So right now you get a rapier. Your shield's on your back. We'll play into that if later.
In that case, I've had my shield out this entire time.
I'm not gonna. What is your AC right now?
Right now, it is 16. And with the shield off, it is 14.
so they would have missed anyways.
Mm-hmm.
It's all goody. Goody?
Gucci.
Gucci
is what I was
gang.
going for.
Gang, gang.
All right. It is now Pierre's turn. Pierre, you heard shouting, and then you hear basically scuttering,
So,
swords slinging, and you hear a yell.
so they're off to the side of the room. I can see through the crack in the door that they are.
You would have known the layout, the layout of the room.
Mhm.
You can't really see anything unless you decide to go in, because he wouldn't have kept the door open, I would assume.
I'm
Because
gonna-
if you left it open, some light would come in from the streets in the fire,
I'm
and
gonna.
they would have noticed immediately.
I'm going to interpret that both of these individuals are engaged on the bard, and I believe I can.
Are you gonna go inside? Let me tell you, you are
Yes,
outside
yes,
currently.
yes.
Okay.
I'm going to go inside, and I believe I can only reach the second.
What's
attacker.
your movement speed?
25?
So your movement speed is going to be halved
Oh.
Really?
the second you enter. Yes, it is all difficult terrain because the floor is completely scattered.
That's
with
right. You
all
okay?
sorts of stuff.
Damn.
Oh, good grief! I can't even.
I mean, I'll say it's
Yeah.
5 feet to get inside,
Can I?
and then it's half.
Okay. Can I dash? Is dash an action? I'm been
Bonus.
It's an action.
Okay,
Unless,
is it?
well, oh no, he's a rogue. He should have it as a bonus action.
Yeah.
Could I dash to when my speed is halved? Could I dash to redouble it to the normal amount?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna try to do that to the second attacker because I think I can reach him.
Okay.
All right. So I think I can only. I'm gonna say it's gonna take a while for me to get around the fight, so I can't get that first attacker who's weaker. I have to go after I think that second opponent, the second elf thief.
Okay.
So I'd like to use my rapier to attack with sneak attack.
Okay. That should be 1d6 added to it. Okay. Well, I mean, first roll to see if you
Yeah.
hit.
Oh gosh. That is a 2 + 5 to hit for a 7.
That misses. You
Yep.
swipe real quick and you miss.
Okay. I'm gonna I guess I already used my bonus action to dash. Ish. So that's the end of my turn. That's the end of my turn. I'll just say this.
Yeah, I mean, I would say if you wanted to move around, but I mean,
If I want to move around.
if you didn't want to dash because you're coming in from the middle, not the side.
Yeah,
That's what I was
okay.
getting
So
at.
let me actually, if I can, I won't disengage from anyone. I'll just rotate around them. How about I try to get around to in between these two?
So your movement is what, 25?
Yeah.
So use 5.
5 to get in.
5
Yeah.
to get in.
I have to get close to them at
And
least.
now it's half, so you got 10.
I'd say
you
that
got
I'm
two
still-
spaces.
Yeah, dashing. So I'd say that I try to
Or
get
you
in
can
the-
dash and do 20, I guess. Yeah.
on the. I'd say that I get on the other side of the second attacker. I might be able to take some of the damage away from the bard.
Okay.
Okay, so that'd be the end of my turn.
All right, that takes us to Fifi. You hear all that previously happened, and you see Pierre run in, and you hear more mayhem. What do you do?
Running.
What's your movement speed?
Trying to find that.
That's good. 35 is good. Yeah.
5
So it'd be
and-
15.
Yeah.
Around now. So you run in. You have 15 spaces you can run to. You see you see your buddies kind of surrounding, and you move the door out of the way, man. Get out. You see the one straight ahead, and you see the two to the left. What do you want to do?
The guy to, I guess, my left.
Okay, so you run to the guy on the left.
Yeah.
As they are to the right of the cavern, and all right, roll. You want to attack?
Yeah, hell yeah.
What are you attacking with?
My katana.
Okay, roll.
Already drawn.
Right up. Roll attack roll.
Fuck. 2 plus.
Fuck.
That's a 2 plus 3 is a 5 to hit.
You run in and you're just crunching on all these glass and artifacts and just random stuff that you can tell. And you swing and you slip a little bit and you completely miss to the side. He just moves and you just whoosh.
To be fair, they missed twice and then we missed twice.
True. Still an even battle.
Now this brings us to Jethro.
Jethro. I am running through town to try and find Elroll or any glass blades.
You say you're going to the cemetery where you last saw them.
In that direction, because I know we saw people coming back from there already, so I know people are already heading back. I want to cut them off. Or
make me a perception.
With as a deer. So my deer perception.
Well, you're a druid, so your skills would still...
18 plus 3, I got a 21.
All right. Yeah, you see a couple people, you don't recognize them, but one does look more ornately dressed, maybe of authoritative figure, or closest thing to Elro that you've seen kind of dressed.
With weapons?
Yeah.
Glass blade symbol on his armor anywhere?
He is a Mormon, so he wouldn't be wearing his full armor or anything. He might be off duty. You would guess that he's probably with him. He's the closest thing that looks like who would help Elro, and the closest thing you would have seen that might be brandishing. The weapon seems similar to the scout that you met when you first came to town.
Gotcha. So as a deer, I run up to this guy who kind of looks like he might be a glass blade. I come out of the wild shape back into my half-elf form. Excuse me, mate. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. There's some blokes trying to rob this store, and I thought, are you glass blades?
Hi, Abby.
Can you grab some of your buddies and follow me?
Raise the alarm.
Okay, what's wrong? What's happened?
So we went to... Just a second while I check my notes.
Pelk's.
Yes, thank you. We went to Pelk's place down the road.
The place got ransacked 2 months ago.
Right, it's getting ransacked now, so if you could hurry up and grab your friends, please, let's get on with it.
Is you serious?
Yes, we're dead serious. Come on. I wouldn't have turned into a deer to come find you if I weren't serious. Come on.
Shit. He reaches in, grabs a whistle, blows on it hard. You hear a screech. Gonna end your trade, and I would say he'll make his way.
Cool. Yeah.
You start leading
back to Pelks.
He'll blow and like Pelks, you're getting ransacked again. And you guys make your way back
Again.
Fucking again.
That brings us to the other bandits. That one straight ahead. He's going to move 15 feet towards all you guys. That's all I can do. He branches out his scimitar, and that's all you can do. Guy over here at the far end of the corner is going to make his way about 15 feet.
Where?
So 15 squares towards Fifi.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No. They have limited movement too because of the mess they made.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's going to attack Fifi.
Y'all better hurry up.
Yes. Oh, I'm definitely gonna try.
You can take
That's a 9 to hit you, Fifi.
No.
She's tougher than that.
miss
And the other one, 11.
14.
armor class.
Armored class.
So both of these run up to you, and they also kind of trip on all the trinkets and mess around. They swing wildly, one stab, one swings, and you just 2 feet, 2-step them, just left, right,
Okay.
duck and dodge. Gives us back to Pogathern.
Individual I stabbed before. I'm gonna stab him again with my rapier.
Uh-oh.
Make an attack roll.
That's a D20, correct?
Roll D20 with your rapier modifier. Or rapier hit modifier.
For
That
the
is a
record,
22 total.
the bard is the only one who has
Good
done
job.
damage to anyone, I think, on our party. Okay.
So far.
So you lash out with your rapier. He's already heavily wounded. And wait, roll damage.
Oh, yes.
1d8 plus.
2. That is a 6 plus 2, 8.
Nice.
You dive in and just whoosh right through and then pull out. He drops to his knee, just bleeding, drops his weapon and just face plants dead. That brings it to the other one next to you. He's just saw his friend drop and he's going to attack. That's a 22 to hit.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that hits. That hits.
You're not a dragon or something?
Please be a dragon.
For a total of 3 points of damage. He stabs at you to side after he just kind of cuts you off guard after you just slain his friend. He's like, no, Bartholomew, and stabs you in the side real quick. Takes us to Pierre.
But Pierre is just a little rattled that the thieves would know each other's names because that's not always the case. And
They're bandits. They've lived here for quite some time.
say that again.
They're bandits. They
Bandits.
worked here, or they
Okay.
lived here for quite some time.
Maybe they already know some things about treasure. Oh, okay.
Side job.
All right, so Pierre's gonna assume that the second guy is still engaged on the bard, and he's gonna, if he could do a stealth attack again because he didn't even hit, sneak attack.
I mean, you'll get the D6 sneak attack. It's not like a backstab because he knows you're there. You basically like try to stab at him and then you move around. He's aware
He is
of
flinching, though.
Yeah, no, you're still gonna get your sneak attack
Bonus?
Yeah,
Okay,
the D6 or whatever.
All right, okay.
I was just saying you're not getting backstab bonus.
Okay, I'll roll to hit. Roll to hit with my rapier.
Can I give him Bardic Inspiration?
No,
16.
because it's already your turn's over.
16 to hit plus 5 is 21 to hit.
Nice.
That hits.
Okay, all right.
Roll damage.
3 plus 3 is 6 damage.
6. Now roll your D6.
Thank you, DM. 1 plus
7 total.
7 total. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to bring the guards back, and y'all will have killed everybody.
You haven't even seen Fee hit somebody yet. You haven't even seen it.
One shot.
That brings us to Fee.
All right.
You swiped at one, miss. You've seen these two kind of just stumble towards you as well. You kind of two are just fumbling and trying to get your feet kind of situated under you. There's two in front of you. What do you want to do?
Can Fee just swing at the closest object in front of her?
I mean, there's two in front of you. There's one left and right.
All right, to the left, or start from the left and slide to the right.
Copy that. All right. Roll an attack.
18,
18.
Yeah.
That hits. Roll damage.
9,
Oh, 13 plus what?
3.
16 fucking damage in one strike.
You stab that one on the left
Right.
straight through the heart. Rip out. He drops his weapon and just falls to the ground.
Nice.
So that brings it to Gerald.
Jethro.
Jethro, sorry.
God
I
damn.
just put, I don't fucking know.
All right.
You know, that's a very common name in some kind of piece of art. I'm trying to remember what
Gerald
it is.
Yeah.
of Riverland.
Rivia.
The Witcher? Is that what y'all are talking
Yeah,
about?
no, yeah, no.
Oh, yeah,
that's
no.
where
Yeah, no,
But-
I was just being sarcastic.
He was
our
going legally
character is-
distinct.
Jethro,
I'm
like
sorry.
NCIS. Okay.
Right.
Jethro. That's the Jethro that we're talking about.
Yeah, so I'm running with my glass blades off-duty guy in tow, and I'm leading them back to Pelk's to try and catch these robbers who hopefully won't be dead when we show up. They might be.
So you start that, so you'd continue. I'd say about next round you'd make it.
Cool. My non-deer
'Cause, yeah, now you're not running.
Is 30.
Okay. Which brings us to the bandit's turn. So the one way far, yeah, that him, in the back one, he is going to attack the dwarf, Pierre.
Ooh-wee.
That's a natural 1.
nice.
Heyo.
They're not hitting.
So he misses completely.
Tripping on their trash.
And then the next one's going to, he just trips, stumbles. They're having a hard time.
He's on his hands and knees.
They worked really hard to rob this place. They're tired.
Right.
It took a lot of effort knocking all that stuff off the shelves.
So the other one next to Fifi attacks you for 12, which misses, and it sees you attack his friend, and then is like, no, then stabs at you, but you quickly just turn and do like kind of like a pirouette and just parry his sword off with your katana, which brings us to Hog-Rattington. Hagathorn. Pythagorean theorem.
Pog is gonna look down at the man he murdered and turn and look at the other hooded figure next to him, sandwiched in between himself and Pierre.
Okay.
Do kind of a shrug and then stab at him again with my rapier.
Roll an attack roll.
Fucking rich kid.
That is a 12 plus 4. That is a 16.
Good job.
That hits. Roll damage.
4 plus 2. That is a 6. Oh yeah, and he's already messed up too, isn't he?
You slice at him and he drops. He is also dead. Since those two are both dead, it takes us back to Pierre's turn.
Oh, Pierre's gonna flip around, look at the third guy, I think, who missed him maybe 1 or 2 times at least, and he's gonna try to stab with the rapier.
Roll an attack.
17 plus 5, that's 22.
That hits.
I want to
Roll
get
damage.
these dice checked later on, I'm just gonna say.
Just keep using them.
Okay. No, I want to get...
Roll damage.
We'll talk about this later. Okay. 5 plus 3 is 8 total to hit, for damage. 8 total of damage.
Hell yes.
All right. He takes a swift hit, and you can tell it hurts. It hurts. Which takes us to Fifi's turn.
Yeah, so Fifi's gonna try to KO this motherfucker right in front of her.
Roll an attack.
Swiftly.
With the katana.
With the katana. 17.
That hits.
All right.
Another 6.
Oh my
Another
God.
6.
Plus 3, so
15 damage.
You.
A perfect.
obliterate.
Oh my God.
this-
She did say she wanted to KO that motherfucker.
Shit.
That's exactly what she meant to.
I'm trying to get Rich Cheese Boy over here healed.
After doing a pirouette and blocking pirouette, sorry. Yeah. After doing a pirouette, blocking his attack, you stop and then you lift your sword side up and over diagonally and slice through and just lob his head completely off. It goes
my
flying across the room and his lifeless body collapses to the floor. Which brings us to Death Road. You and about 3 others that happen to be hearing the whistle, also blowing whistles, start running to the cavern, and you make it up to the front of the cavern.
So have other glass blades joined us by this point?
You got 3. They've been blowing whistles and running. Others are kind of preparing, so you can kind of hear some scuffling. Or you can only surmise that there's probably more coming.
So I have 3 with me right now.
Yes.
Okay, so I run up, and as I'm opening the door to let them inside, I look at them and I say, "Yeah, so I swear, mates, my buddies and I, we were trying to buy from this. What the fuck?" As I see all the dead bodies of almost every bandit slain already, 1 guy left, and my friends
Who
with blood on their
looks
weapons.
He is
Heavily-
not doing well.
Yeah, it looks heavily damaged. And then brings it to its turn, and it drops its weapon. Like, I surrender! I surrender! No more! And he just clutches himself as in his wounds that Pierre has.
So
inflicted.
are we out of combat?
I mean, it's up to you guys, because next up would be Pogret if you decide to.
Let's see. My movement speed.
We gotta interview him. We gotta get
30
info. He has
There are cops now in the room.
I
With
don't
you.
know what you think I'm going to do. Pagathi is going to walk over. I have 30
Walk.
feet
There
of
we go.
movement
There.
speed, so it's halved. So 5, 10, 15. I'm going to stand over. Pagathi is going to stand over the hurt and surrendering foe with my bloodied rapier. I'm gonna do one of those where you like get the blood off the blade by rapidly swinging it at the floor.
Flick.
Flick it. Flick might be a word that I could use there. And then I am going to cast Cure Wounds on him, which is 1d8 plus 3.
What a gentlemanly thing to do.
Hell yeah.
And as I'm doing this, I want to say, you and your friends fought well. I heal him for 6.
Good move. Hell yeah.
All right, he.
Offer him a hand. I want to offer him
sees-
a hand up.
You see the wounds kind of heal up mostly. He's still bleeding a little bit, but not as bad. And he's got his hands up. Glass blades bust in. Like, what? What is going on here? And with their weapons brandished as you let them all in, they look around. What do y'all do?
Those ones there, my friends, by the way. We took care of the bandits. Those are the dead ones.
Pierre's gonna point to the guy. It's like, we caught a thief. We caught a thief.
Pagathi's going to stand up from being on, over the injured person. He's going to stand up from kneeling. Try and lift him up. Does he accept? Like I reach out a hand and be like, "Do you want to get up?"
Persuasion.
I'm just sticking out my hand to the injured guy.
He bats your hand away. He's like, what? Yeah, bug off. What do you want? I know what I've been had.
In that case, after he swipes Pagathi's hand away, Pagathy is gonna stand up, turn to the police, and go, sirs and women of the force, these hooligans were stealing from this shop, and we came across them, and when we tried to confront them, they attacked us, and I've saved one lowly criminal for you men to interrogate and punish as you see fit.
Pierre's gonna like try to piggyback on it, and he's gonna be like, "Ladies and gentlemen, we've caught a thief. We've got a thief, monsieurs." Okay, and he's just gonna like grab the dude's legs.
Going to grab his legs.
He may be kicked in the face.
At this point, the glass blades come. They're like, get out of the way, apprehend him. And they start grappling him, and he's not resisting. I'll tell you everything. Just don't kill me.
All right.
You guys want to question him, maybe?
Yeah. I wanna, I still have my rapier equipped, so I wanna put it to his throat as he's held, and I wanna say,
The second you try to get forward with a weapon brandished in your hand towards the apprehended thief,
Yeah, you got lost here.
the cop brandishes his weapon, knocks it off. It's like, back off, mate. You don't be doing that sort of thing around here. I don't know where you're from, but we have laws and regulations,
I move
and it would
over.
be
I put my hands on
seen to.
Hog's shoulders and kind of pull him back a little bit.
I just want answers. I say as I get pulled away.
Just a few feet.
Pierre is gonna pop off. Do you guys have like an interview room? Not an interrogation room, but just like an interview room.
We have a jail.
Oh, let's take him to the chair. Why don't we do that?
Take him to the, and they look around like, what the? We're going to take him to the jail cell.
Oh, I thought you said chair.
Right,
instead of
so-
jail.
To the jail.
So sorry about my friends, mates. So yeah, this is the guy you want.
I can see that.
Take him off. Do you mind if we stop by and talk to him after you've had him
Gingerly?
jailed and all
Gingerly talk to him.
That's a. We'll see. You have to talk to the leader. You have to talk to Elro. We're
Okay,
taking him
yes.
now. There'll be a team here to clean up the rest of this.
that? We know Elro. We'll go talk to him real quick, make sure it's all right, and then we'll stop by.
They start dragging him along. Take out at this point. A couple more guards pop up, about like 4 or 5. I was like, "What a bloody mess! What happened here?" Jesus Christ! What is that?
We can't loot the field because the police are there, right? We can't do that.
Probably not.
We're not allowed.
Fair's fair.
You can try.
Pierre is just gonna whistle and walk away.
We can glance around, though, can't we?
See what
look
as
around,
you
what are
leave.
looking
As we whistle, and just like,
As you leave.
yeah,
for? What are you trying to do?
find somewhere to wash off all this blood. So
Hmm.
maybe I'm, poking around, doing my thing.
Get a little deeper in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, as they come in, you like, what is going on? This is official Glassblade investigation. I'm gonna need you all to clear out. And one goes into her and was like, where's Peluk? Where's Velora? I don't know. There's nobody here. You hear them knocking at the back door before the door opens. Three of them look in. Oh God, no, her too. Get Elro. Oh God, you see one come out and just his face just sullen with just despair.
Is that Pelk or Velra? Do we know?
That's our cue to leave. Let's get out.
God, it's not her. Oh,
I try to usher the party out the front door.
Yeah,
what are y'all doing?
Pogathy is gonna go out the door.
Fee's pissed. She wants loot.
Pierre is gonna follow Pog, just like
Go.
back up.
I
Come on,
guess
Fifi,
Fee follows.
We'll stay out front for a little bit.
Not happily, though.
So I'd lead him like 5-10 feet away from the door, just like around the corner, and huddle up with them.
Yeah, you slut. We would definitely want word with you. Don't go off. And three more
Wait,
guards
just
come off.
outside. Right.
We understand that we've been detained, sir.
We got questions of what's happened here. But we're gonna question him, obviously. I want your stories. What's happened here? Why were you even here?
So we got an anonymous tip. We're adventurers, and we got an anonymous tip.
From Elroll, their boss.
And it led us here. We were gonna ask Pelk some questions about this mystery illness. We're doing something called. We were just doing some, general. He touches his belt and he's just contact tracing. he pulls up his belt and he's like, we were led to believe that some kind of sickness might have spread here. We're adventurers and we're also medically inclined, and we just think there may be something that's spreading this freezing sickness into oblivion. It may have spread to Pelk's shop. We're
At that
concerned
point,
about it.
someone buzzed out, Velra, she's got the same fate as the Ungar. She's completely iced. At this, everyone kind of just looks at each other. A couple kind of step back, since they are very uneased at this point. Did you get sent for Elro? Yeah, we got Tim coming. Don't worry about. Is anyone else gonna try to say anything, do anything as they take this information in from the rogue?
What about Pelk? Is Pelk okay?
Velra is Pelk. This is Velra Pelk's Pelk's Curiosity Shop.
My bad. I drank before I came to this town. I'm sorry.
Pelk is not okay. Well, honestly, guys, what were we coming here for?
Look, this is officially under investigation. I suggest you all go hit the tavern. If what you say is true, Elro will talk to you in the morning. As for now, you are free to go. I suggest you take your leave. Any shenanigans or any other mischief or disturbance, we might just take you all in too. It's a very quiet town, and we already have problems, obviously, with Ungar.
Pierre starts immediately backing up.
Right. So,
Towards the
mates, we'll
tavern.
hang out at the tavern. Let Elroll know you talk to us. He knows us.
Indeed, we're actually going to send some guards to the tavern to make sure you stay there. Because now you four,
Right.
are now under investigation as well.
What are we under investigation for?
Well, there's been several murders in here.
We were just
Velra.
defending ourselves
We just-
and the shop.
Yeah.
Well,
we're heroes.
We need to make sure what you say is true. If Elro sent you, then we will talk with him. You are not under arrest by any means. We have apprehended a bandit. We will question him. If Elro says otherwise, then if his story doesn't check out with your story, then we'll have more words.
As
Probably more than
Pierre
words.
starts walking backwards, he's just like, "Do we need a lawyer? Is there a lawyer in this town?"
Man, am I glad we told the truth, says Pog. Just out loud. Just, man, am I glad we told the truth about why we're here.
You hear, and whoever understands Elven, escort them and make sure they don't leave the tavern. Send 4 or 5, I don't care. The rest, same patrols. Get 6 more in here. I want to know what's happened. If any of you understand
What
Elven,
happened?
that's what I heard.
We slaughtered.
That's what you, those who can hear or speak Elven,
Elvish.
hear that. You guys are
That's
outside.
what Fifi thinks.
You see a couple guards walking towards you this way, and they point towards the tavern. What do y'all do?
Pogathy speaks Elvish, so he communicates to them. He's like, hey, they want...
He wasn't talking to you. He was talking to his guards. If you spoke Elvish, you would have heard what he said.
You don't
He's
want
an
them to
elf.
know that,
Half elf.
I guess. Right.
He's half elf.
Yeah, I'm...
No, if that's what I'm saying. If you know Elvish, he wasn't talking to you in Elvish or anything.
Right.
I think he's going to talk to
Oh,
him
okay.
anyway.
Sorry.
Yeah, amongst the party, I'm just gonna say, hey guys, like, I'm just gonna explain what's happening with the guards, so that way they're not like, are we being attacked? You know, I'm just gonna be like, hey, they want us to go to the tavern.
Yeah, they basically want you to go to the tavern. You're not under risk. You can enjoy the tavern, but you're basically under house arrest.
That's
Because
fine.
you guys are foreigners, you just came here. A lot of shit just happened in literally the past, well, to them 2 days. So what do you guys do? You can just start attacking the fucking guards.
No.
Follow along.
Pogathy is gonna follow the guards' wishes and saunter towards the tavern, loot in hand, strumming away. I've put away all my weapons now.
What loot?
The
No, like
the
the
loot.
weapon. Sorry,
I'm sorry.
yeah,
Same word.
Well, get me angry enough, it could be a weapon.
spelled differently. Lute.
Fifi just wants to, like,
Drink.
Okay, let me
wipe
just
her katana off on the guards.
let me just track.
You can try.
And tread along.
Guys, let me just track back a second. Did any of us take damage in the fight?
Me.
No.
Negative.
Pogathy
They
took
missed,
3 points of damage.
3 points.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
our entire party only took 3 points of damage. Okay,
Yeah, you guys are lucky.
I just want to put this in the picture frame or
Hell
something.
yeah.
Okay.
Pogathy looks at his wound, and he kind of just like, he takes a handkerchief out of his, his little fancy adventurer's coat that he's got, and he takes a little handkerchief out and he puts it on the wound, and he's just gonna hold it there, not like any healing or anything, just like
Yeah, just a makeshift. Sure.
Yeah.
Does Rich Cheese need healing or?
Hog.
No, but
I'm sorry.
technically Pogathy needs
Pogathy.
three points of healing, but I get the feeling we might be doing a rest soon.
yeah, you should be
Okay.
all right.
Okay.
I go over and I pat Pogathy on his shoulder. Sorry to pull you away back there, mate. I knew how many I was bringing with behind me. Good job healing the guy, though. That was good.
Yes. If there's one thing I was taught at the company, it's to defeat your competition, but don't completely finish them off.
Pierre was just like, oh, that's clinch kindness, really.
Yes. A monopoly is what makes the government care, is what my dad always said.
Fifi thinks
dark.
kiss ass instantly and does not clean her katana on the guards.
Smart.
So,
Cleans it, disarms, follows the party.
DM, is the tavern the inn that we were trying to get to? The innkeepers?
Yeah,
Okay, all right, just making sure.
Yeah, they
think they're-
recognize you all as foreigners, surprisingly, and just kind of shuttle you in. You basically say, "Get in, go here, whatever. You're free to do whatever as long as it's in here. Unless you create riffraff, then you're probably gonna spend a night in our jail
Okay.
if we don't take more extreme actions."
Gotcha.
So we're en route with the guard.
Yeah, I'd say you make it to the tavern. There's like 6 or 7 guards following you that you see. 2 of them open the door, let you all in. One walks up to the barkeep, says in Elvish to another elf, basically explaining the situation that you guys are not to leave the tavern under any circumstances, minus the latrine and whatnot. Let's say they're possible suspects, possible conspiracy, whatever. We just got to make sure, gotta dot our I's, crosses our T's, and all that. But anything is on their own as far as shelter and all that. And then he just walks out. But your bedding, your nights are paid for.
Oh, nice.
So you don't have to pay. If you want food and ale and all that, that's all on you.
Hell yeah.
Gotcha.
We'll be seeing you in the morning, so don't be going far.
We'll be right here.
Free
I
room,
know you will.
no keep.
As majority of them leave, 4 of them do stay. The 2 just kind of stand just by the door, and you don't see the other 2.
Gotcha.
They're probably just staying outside.
I immediately start packing my pipe, go to the bar, buy an ale.
Hey, well, don't know what y'all did. This has been quite a day.
Says the
ales.
innkeeper.
Oh yeah, ales around. I suppose y'all want rooms.
They should be paid for. We've
Oh no, yes. Yeah. And he gives you keys. The first 3 rooms are open. You're going to have to like share. Certain, I don't know how you guys want to, but there's 3 rooms available. At the top, the first 3 on the left, all yours. Breakfast at dawn. It's 2 coppers a person.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
And there's a menu right here. You see a little wooden menu of just, stews, ales, some berries, rations for cheaper, for like a copper if you want that. Most stuff is like 3 coppers. The ale ranges in prices from, if you want top shelf, there's like 5 silver. Most of them are like a silver piece, 2 silvers, depending on how you want to, your palate, if you will.
Gotcha.
They also got a bunch of elegant cheeses and meats.
Pogothy saunters over to the cheese area.
It's a bait.
He's strumming on his lute, and he gets the attention of the barkeep, cashier, whatever. And so I want to get the attention. Would it be the innkeeper whose attention I'm getting?
You walk up strumming. Hey bud. What can I do for you?
I would like to look at your cheese selection, please.
Of course, we got all kinds of cheese from all over, mostly from Unthadorn, to be honest. But we do get trade from the other cities once they, pass through the Shady Creek if they want to go that way. Yeah, we got some brie, we got some this rare stuff I've never even heard of,
Rare.
Americana.
Rare.
Weird. We also, we got the mozzarella, some Roth goat. Roth goat, yes.
You pronounce it Roth?
Roth.
H.
What's wrong with my
Optionally.
Roth? Do you want some cheese too?
Pogothy is gonna shush the innkeeper and go, shh.
That's a persuasion. That's gotta be.
I would like to buy. No, Pogothy does it so fast. It's just, shh. I would like to buy, like, no space in between. I would like to buy
Fucking bards.
a wedge of your finest brie, please.
Of course. Took 1 pound brie cheese wheel.
How much? How much?
A whole wheel would be about 2 silver.
I said a wedge.
Oh, a wedge. Sorry.
One silver.
1
round
silver.
up. Yeah.
Great. Once I figure out how to pay you, I'll be right there. I remember.
Inventory.
So you pay your cheese wheel, or sorry, your cheese wedge. I assume you all bed and board. Is there anything in particular you all want to do?
I'm getting 2 1 silver ales for the night.
Copy that.
Smoking my pipe.
Pierre
Table.
wants to use his poison kit to try to make a poison.
Okay. We'll get back to that.
Okay, all right.
Fifi?
Fifi would also like 2 ales and to see if there is a area to wash up.
Oh yes, we can draw a bath. It's usually about 5 silver.
5 silver.
It's hard to warm bath up in this. We gotta go out to the pump, and it's way over there. Then, of course, it's several buckets, so we gotta pre-prep. So we don't usually prep up our bath water because we have to keep drinking water for the guests. So if people do want bath water, we actually have to go and like well it from either the ocean if you want the salt bath. If you want the actual clean water bath, then we got to go to the well, which is further, into town. So yeah, it's about 5 silver. But yes, we can do that for you.
I'll just take the L for.
Okay. Guys, no, it's no worries. I've got a servant boy who literally that's what we pay him for.
Do I have my cheese?
You get your cheese.
All right, Pagathi wants to immediately just one motion eats the
You
entire
gonna do
wedge of
anything else
cheese.
with the cheese, or just the cheese alone?
Just the cheese.
Just a wedge of
Depending
cheese.
on the size of the wedge, depending on your imagination, if it's big enough, Pagathi's mouth will unhinge like a snake to consume the cheese.
Scooby's
But he eats all of it in one go, and that doesn't heal. Does
That's the most PG version.
This is not Skyrim.
Food does not. Okay, I just had to.
The barkeep looks at you. Is like, that's quite an impressive feat. Are you okay?
Just as at the
we
bar table.
Raddington, we Raddingtons enjoy a good cut of brie every now and then. You wouldn't get it. I flick him a silver piece.
All right, well, I guess enjoy your night.
Obnoxious rich kid.
And with that, as you all come settling down, take your bath, prep your poison, smoke your pipe, eat your cheese.
Eat my cheese and I
Digest.
immediately go back to strumming the lute and make my way over to like the music corner. Not so much. I assume there's not so much a stage as there is just kind of like a chair that the guy plays.
Since the day has been very mournful, and everyone in basically town there's not a lot of people in here. You basically go over, the barkeep gives you a look, and you kind of nod and go to your corner, and you just kind of quietly strum to yourself.
Yes. Pagathi doesn't want to like play any music per se. He just more so wants to kind of
you just kind of fiddle, and it's a nice ambience. It's nothing real, you're not like, showboating. There's not a crowd, so why would you? But
And I guess the bard could read the room for what type of music should be played.
yeah, he's mostly playing for himself, kind of like practice. But with that, with all that you all are doing as you down bed for the night, that's where we're gonna end this.
Nice.
All right.
All right. Good
Hey.
night.
Long rest.
Good night and good luck.
Can we long rest?
Yeah, you can long rest. So.